Hey guys, this is John. I'm playing Castor in the 1-minute pool on ICC. Let's see what we get against Mr. Castor, Rodrigo Vazquez, the Grandmaster from Chile. Looks like we're going to get a Benoni. Modern Benoni. I'm sure he knows his stuff. He's a very theoretically inclined GM, and he does. Okay, let's play this line. I usually play bishop takes b5, but we'll mix it up a little bit. See how much theory I actually remember. As of now, it's not very much.
Check.
Let's take with the, rook on e8 and then play this. Maybe queen d2. Looks correct, defends b2. Let's play the bishop back to defend this pawn. Rook e1, get on the file. He's being annoying and attacking this pawn. This looks pretty solid for him. I might have to take here, even though I don't want to. Queen a5, knight here. Okay, I'm just going to lash out with knight here and try to go knight e4, or maybe queen f4. Queen f4 could be a good reply. See if we can get this bishop. He might want to retain it. Looks like he's playing to. Let's go rook d1 and just defend that pawn. I didn't see much of a future. Otherwise, h4 maybe? Just annoy him a little bit. Come back here. This is hard. I've got my pieces misplaced. Maybe he can play bishop takes b2. Better do this and try to swap. Otherwise, my knight on a3 is looking really bad. Bishop takes b2. Nope, not yet. We're a little bit down on time against Castor. How about h5? H5 looks like something constructive, at least. Maybe I can maneuver this knight. Knight g4, etc. Or knight to g3, even. Now I'm just goading his pawns forward. Let's try to get on the light squares. Let's go here and try to swap. If queen d3, he was going to play bishop f5, so I think I got to do it this way. Ooh, the queen can come into h7, can't it? This looks pretty bad for him, actually. Queen to e2. Almost trapping that queen. Let's go here. Time scramble. Big time scramble. Ooh,
checkmate.
I get the checkmate. All right, so that was a satisfying way to end that first game. Let's get back in. Oh, and we got Grandmaster Sergei. Grandmaster Sergei Zhigalko. This guy is really good, and he's got a pretty low rating, in my opinion, at the moment. He's much better than his rating suggests. Usually I see him in like the 2600s. Okay, let's play the a6 line. Let's see how a 2650 Grandmaster or so handles this position. Plays a4, which isn't supposed to be very good, but for Bullet, you know, a lot of stuff is passing as good, so I don't think he's too worried. Let's go here and maybe try for knight e5. This looks a little artificial, though. I'm not sure about the way I'm handling this. We're going to come here, try to get at the d5 pawn. Well, at least we won a pawn. I can't play e6, though, because of knight takes e6 ideas at all times. Maybe now I can play e6. Try to follow up with that. Yeah, I need my queen out here to support the pawn advance. He's playing really slow for some reason. He can play c4. c4 I have knight f4, though, don't I? That's working. Bishop e7. What to do against that? Or bishop g5, I mean. Okay, let's play it like this. Yeah, this was no good. No good for me. This is ugly. All right, I'm going to try to castle and give the exchange, but I'm hurting right now. Let's bring this over. Defending my rook. Go queen b4. What's the time situation going to bring? Maybe now he's kind of blundering a little bit. Attacking the rook and also the knight. He's going to have to hurry, though. Let's try to advance and weaken him a little bit. He definitely does not want to lose this, he's showing. But we're pretty fast right here, aren't we?
Check.
Let's bring this up. He's fast. Ooh, we got the win on time. Okay. Well, I think the fact that I was able to make him think in the opening helped us out with the flag later. He's very quick, though, for a GM. I got to hand him that. Most of these Grandmasters are not the fastest with the mouse, but Sergei plays strong moves, and he can also play fast when necessary. All right, not often I beat him, though, so very happy to get the win. And he's back in the pool playing Prometeo. Yeah, I have a feeling if he works seriously on Bullet, like he would easily be 2600 like most of the time. Well, okay, not easily, but at the very least like 2550s. I mean, he's just that good. DougHeffernan, another Grandmaster, 2203 this time. Not sure who this player is, but we're going to rumble with them. Let's play e3 and then drop this bishop back. Maybe bishop d3. Okay, h4. Let's try to make something happen over here. I'm going to let him take on... Okay, he doesn't want the pawn. I'm going to let him take g2, see if we can open some lines. Guess we'll do this instead. You can have that d4 pawn as well. I'm in a sacrificial mood right now, Mr. Heffernan. Okay, I guess I'll close that down. Maybe rook g1 to come. Let's go here and try to get into g5. Because now this looks really unpleasant. Knight f7 is a threat. Also, knight e6 was threatened, so I think he was bound to lose something there. Yeah, now we get to win in exchange. Let's go here and attack that f5 pawn. Let's bring this back and maybe try to invade down the file. You know what? I'm going to sack. I'm going to give this up so I can win f5. Okay, let's take and go here. Attack that bishop. Can I do that? Okay, let's go here. I don't know. Hard to say what was best right there. Okay, now I can win d6
Check.
At least. He wins that, huh? Okay. The fight continues. I'm attacking the knight. Where's he going to go? Oh, knight f7 was a threat too. That's why he paused for so long. I'm not sure I would have seen that knight f7 was a threat. Let's bring up our king now. Probably bring the king all the way up here.
Time warning.
Let's just go here. We'll try to win that pawn at our leisure. Okay, let's take that. Ooh, he missed that this was possible.
Check.
We'll bring the king up. Next move. All right, so we're going to get the win against DougHeffernan. What is this guy's name? Yeah, it doesn't have a name. Anonymous GM. So we're at 25-27. Looks like he's a New Yorker, according to his finger notes, although he's sporting a Norwegian flag. There's not that many Norwegian grandmasters. But his first finger note says location Queens, which is a borough of New York. But it's not like people have lied on the internet before, so... Revisor and Icon. Oh, this is a 3-minute game. Let's look at the one-minute games. Voinji, Castor playing. This looks amazing for white. Queen takes f8, king takes f8, takes c7. Looks pretty good. So does this. Blue-green is the next opponent, 23-39 from Turkey. What's it going to be, Mr. Blue-green? We get a kind of accelerated Slav. And he's locking in his light square bishop. Prematurely, maybe. Let's go here. I'll take that, sure. And then I'll take here. Why not? We'll go knight d4. I'm going to let him have my light square bishop if he wants. I think this plan of going f4 looks pretty strong, so actually let's just do that anyways right now. And go f5, all the same. Does that work? Well, I'm skeptical.
Check.
You can win e3, but his king side is very weak. Let's just play knight d6. And then try to work our way over to the queen side. Let's take that, first of all. I gotta be a little careful, don't I? Man, oh man. This is kind of annoying, actually. I'm gonna go here. I'm not quite sure what to do. You could take e5. Yeah, I'm getting my pieces all discombobulated right now. Let's go b4. I gotta get out of this situation somehow. You could take f6 now. I'm gonna be weighed on time. Let's hope for a good counterattack. Okay, ooh, that's a good move by him. Gotta come here, try to defend somehow. Does he want to give up his queen? He might. Probably shouldn't, though. Well, he's going to.
Check.
Okay, we win the pawn, at least. What can I really do with 6 seconds left, though?
Check. Check.
Oh, boy, he's just going to check me around, isn't he?
Check. Check. Check.
Yeah, not much I can do with 6 seconds on my clock. Oh, and I dropped my queen, too. All right. Well, the time got the better of us in that one. All right, so got to play fast against blue-green in the opening. Spent way too long in that promising position. Okay, so we get kind of an exchange variation. Does that lose a pawn? It kind of looks like it should. Okay, let's take, and let's just castle. I'll let him take b7 if he wants. I think this should be pretty good for me, regardless, so we'll just do this. Go here, attack that bishop. Attack his queen, go a5. Get out of the potential pin. Go for some trades. c3 is very weak for him. Maybe bishop c6 now. He didn't play it. Okay, let's offer a trade. We'll go here and look for some more active stuff. Okay, he wants that outside passed a pawn. Let's get rid of our back rank threats first and foremost. And then maybe I can bother him with threats like e4. Where's your bishop going, sir? Okay, let's do this. We're going to go after f2. Okay, let's take that first of all.
Check.
Just going to take there with check first. And then figure out how to proceed.
Check.
Time. Okay, let's go h6. He can't really move right now, so h5 would have been better. No reason to allow him to go. Whoa, who's lagging? One of us is lagging right now. Okay, let's just do this. And then we're going to give a check. And then take, I guess.
Check.
Give a check again.
Check. 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 Check.
Okay, check again.
Check.
Get behind this pawn.
Check. Check.
I'm going to flag you, blue-green.
Check.
Very much against your will, too. All right. We get the win. I think he lagged a little bit there at the end. Like, somehow the game like paused for a second when we both had 19 seconds left. You know what I think I should have done? Is after I played knight takes f2, g4, I should have just played pawn takes g4. And his bishop is trapped. Yeah. His a-pawn doesn't really matter because I can always like win that a-pawn, so pawn takes g4 would have done it. Okay, well, we're back in the pool. Let's see who else is playing. Grandmaster Strongwave, who is that? Grandmaster Jure Borisek from Serbia. Okay, we got blue-green again. Let's see if he wants to repeat that Slav line. Nope, it's going to be something different this time. So let's oblige him with some interesting-looking play. Go after this g4 pawn. I guess I'll do this because e5 would always be the answer. Let's play d5 now. Take there. Go queen d4 and maybe knight takes e4. Okay, let's just prepare to castle queenside. Let's do this. He's going to go short. Okay, well, let's go short too. This is a pretty imposing pawn structure he's got in the middle, though. We drop this knight. That helps. Oh, but is he trapping my queen? No way. That's so cruel. All right, well, we're going to see what we can do out of this. Let's go here. We've got two strong bishops against his king. Maybe I can make something happen with that. Let's go here. Just back that up. Knight here, try to go bishop c5. Bring this rook over. Actually, I've got quite a bit of positional compensation, don't I? Especially when I win that pawn. Okay, take... Oh, I just completely blundered that. Oh, I thought I was going to play rook takes f6 and then knight takes d5. Oh, that's such a shame. This is not going to be enough material. I'm just going to resign. Oh, if I had played rook takes f6, though, then Knight takes f6, or sorry, rook takes f6, knight takes d5 was just absolutely crushing, I think. Yeah, he's going to come to grips with that bishop on b3. Well, those are the breaks in 1 minute. Sometimes you fall victim to mouse slips like that. Is my queen actually trapped here, or did I just miss a square that it could go to? No, I think it is actually trapped. I don't think he planned that. I think it kind of just happened. I mean, technically, I could play knight e6 and try to give back a piece to save the queen, like knight e6, bishop takes e5, knight takes d8. That might not be so bad because I win c6 at the end, but the way I played it looked really fun. Just giving him the queen, but I've got two strong bishops aimed right at his king. I've got two minor pieces for it, but... All right, let's see who else is playing right now. Blue, green, and Castor are battling it out. This looks good for black. If queen e4, he can play f5 maybe. Attack the queen and further his initiative. Maybe queen e4, f5, queen c4 check, king h8, and then h3 or something, but the knight can always go back to f6 and looks tough. f5, there you go. Yeah, unless white drums up something real quick here, this is going to be good for black. Strong center. Ooh, knight e6. He had knight e6 there. Astral-Drift is the next opponent, 1978. We're going to play a Scandi. Let's go here, and let's play bishop g4. Okay, put the bishop on f5. I'm going to play for a line with knight c6 and go attack that queen. Go e5. He wants to castle long and make this a real fight. Okay, let's play c5, prop up that knight. And go here. This guy wants to brawl. Knight e4, let's take that. Maybe knight back to e6 and attack the bishop. Looks okay. Okay, rook f8. I might have to castle long, I'm thinking. b5? b5 doesn't look so good. Let's just do this. I'm worried about my my c5 pawn. He can pretty much always win that if he wants. All right, now he's threatening knight e7, so I should probably not blunder that. He's going to get the knight to a good square. This is really annoying. That's why I'm down on time. Okay, let's play f6 and defend this pawn. Whoops, I meant to put the bishop on c7 actually, but this is okay. All right, let's go here. Now let's play to trap that bishop, see what we can get going after it. I'm going to do this and try to weaken their defenses a little bit. Bring the knight in.
Check.
Now my king's going to be the one on the run. Go after c2, though. Ooh,
check.
Take that.
Check.
Come over here. Knight
Check.
c2 is a threat.
Check.
And I think that's going to be mate.
Checkmate.
All right, so we get the checkmate against Astral-Drift. Not a very smooth game, but we'll take it. Okay, let's play a Scandi against Castor. Usually he plays like a g3 system. That's what he's going to do this time around. Let's play actively. Actively, and maybe go for e5 even. Let's do this. Okay, rook e8, just defend this pawn a little bit better. He's probably going to want to trade. Okay, we'll just come back. Retain the bishop pair. I've got some pressure on d3, so that's not insignificant. Come here. Let's maneuver this knight now. I was allowing knight c5. That was kind of a mistake on my part. He can just go win b7, but I get rook b8 in, so maybe it's not so bad. He's going to opt for a more positional continuation. Let's just do this then. And go attack that weak pawn. And let's get our king out of dodge. How about that? Let's go a5, try to break up his structure a little bit. Take, and then maybe invade down the a file. Let's go here. Problem is he has everything pretty much covered securely, so this is going to be tough to get through. Well, and at least now maybe I can take over the file. I'm also attacking f2, aren't I? Let's go take that pawn. I think that pawn is more valuable than anything else. Yeah, he wants a trade, but I don't really want to give him a trade because that makes his task a lot easier.
Time warning.
His king is still very weak. So is mine, though. My king is actually weak, too.
Check.
Well, now I can hide it, at least. Attacking h4. He's going to have a hard time moving, isn't he?
Check.
Oh, boy. Getting
Check.
mated. Oh, nice one. Nice one, Castor. I missed that bishop g6 was a threat. After bishop takes f7. Yeah, no way out after this. I had to play bishop d8, and I'm just mated next move. Nice one, Castor. I thought I was going to win because it seemed like I had the safer king. I actually should have just kept my king on the king side. He can't ever get through there. So in bringing it out to e7, I actually exposed myself a little bit at the wrong moment. Props to him, because that's not an easy position to defend in time pressure either. All right, who do we got next? Castor once again. King's Indian this time? Old Indian, maybe? Let's do this and then play for d5. Let's maneuver this knight, too. Go here. Queen c2, just defend this pawn. f3 and probably knight d3 to come. Let's take this way, actually. Let's just see if we can unbalance the structure a bit compared to usual. And then open up this wing. c5, can I do that? Because the knight is loose. He has knight g4. Knight g4 is very strong. Let's do this, though. We're going to keep plowing ahead. Let's do that. Trade, and then maybe I can get some attack going on f7. This looks very dangerous for him. Maybe, though, just maybe he can hold this together. Come in, threaten h6. Also, there's just problems like this and then check. Let's just play d7. That's going to win at least a rook. Let's just come here. We can postpone d8. He can do that, can't he? But I still queen. I still win material because I have this move at the end. Deflection. And he resigned. Yeah, my C and D pawns were too much right there. Let's see what he wants this time around. Mainline Slav, yep. I think it's better to play Slav than semi-Slav against Castor because he really knows what's going on in a lot of the main lines. Okay, let's do this. This was actually slightly inaccurate by me. I should have played bishop g6 before, but this is okay. There's a lot of theory in this line, actually, that I haven't learned. Okay, let's play knight here, and this is a common idea. You try to reroute the knight to the c6 square, actually. Let's do this. He gave up his light square bishop for some reason. I'm not sure the wisdom of that. Now I can play for c5. This looks nice for me. Let's play bishop here. Then I'm going to reroute my rooks and try to eventually attack b2. Let's come in here and attack that. Okay, I'm gonna let him take c6 if he wants.
Check.
Annoying move right there. Let's go here.
Time warp.
Okay, so at least we can defend that pawn, and now I can try to create threats elsewhere. We get on the file. Okay. This is good. This is very good.
Check.
He's going to go after that f-pawn. I'm going to go after this, though.
Check.
And we're going to push the pawn. Okay, let's take and then go here.
Check.
Now I'm just going to play the
Check.
flag him. Okay, we get the flag. Yeah, that ending was pretty tough to hold for white. Based on my past A-pawn, he had to keep that in his sights. I gotta learn more about this line, because I feel like this line would suit my style as black. I was somewhat out of book, like, I think we actually transposed to a critical position, like right around here. I think this type of position was featured in the Kramnik versus Topalov World Championship match. I recall a game, Kramnik on the black side. All right, I'm going to play a couple more games and then call it a session. Got to run to a haircut appointment. I'm about to leave for London in 2 days, or actually 1 day. So taking care of some business before then. DougHeffernan again. 2209 this time. He seems to like this double fianchetto business. Let's go e4. So he's adopting like the hippo type setup. Is he going to go after the bishop pair? He does. All right, let's go e5 and just open this right away. Take that. Don't I win this pawn? This is dangerous for you, Mr. Heffernan. I'm going to come through on e6. In fact, let's do this, because your king can't escape the center, so how are you going to defend? All right, let's take that and then just hide. He can castle, but he's going to lose e6, which looks terrible for him. Knight d5, attack the queen. He can't recapture with the bishop because he's in a pin if he does. Let's play here. I don't know of the wisdom of doing this, but just trying to find another avenue for attack. This is really dangerous for him. Want to get knight f6 going. He's trying to hide behind my stuff, which I don't like. Let's just go take that. Okay, we're going to let him win that back because we get all this stuff going. Discovery on his queen, or on his king, rather. Let's take that. Somehow he's hanging around. He's almost like throwing it in my face that I have no like good discoveries against his queen. It's really annoying. Okay, now we can do this and we're going to win. Go take this guy. Let's just come here. Take that.
Check.
Mate threats on b7.
Check.
All right, let's force him to take so we can win his rook. And then checkmate him. And once again, he lets his time expire. Okay, last game. We're above 2,500. Let's see if we can keep it that way in the final game. Ooh, Julio Becerra is playing. Becerra versus Castor is an interesting matchup because both these guys know their theory like really well. I played both of them in theoretical games. And on a couple occasions, it hasn't turned out well for me. So even in Bullet, it's interesting to see what these guys are up to. Becerra, I've had an interesting game in the Botanik variation of the Semi-Slav, with me on the white side. And against Castor, we had a game easily 10 years ago, more than that, probably more like 12 or 13, where I played the white side of the bishop g5 Najdorf, and he knew exactly what he was doing, and he won a nice game. I was much lower rated at that time, but... All right, Baffler is the final opponent. We're giving him the Scandi treatment. A lot of people pre-move knight c3 on move 2. Just see that time and time again. It's going with like a knight ge2 setup. Interesting. Probably he'll attack my bishop. Usually they don't like that bishop sitting there on g4 for too long, so... Okay, let's play this like this, and then we'll go knight bd7. Castle long. I don't mind castling long in these structures. I think it's good to do so. Let's go here. If b4, I can play bishop takes b4, so... You know what's a good plan for black in a lot of these positions is h5, h4. So I think that's what I'll do. We'll go and attack that knight. And then, you know what, let's just go here. Probably followed by knight f6. Let's do this. Knight h5, try to get into g3. If he plays bishop f2, he would drop the f4 pawn, so that's not appetizing for him. Oh, he's just going to give that up, huh? Okay, now let's hide the king. Now we'll try to win this a little more positionally. Oh, and as I say that, I blunder f7. Not good. How are we doing time-wise? We're up a lot of time right now. That's nice. Let's defend e6. Go attack that rook. He's going to give the rook up, okay. Now we just got to keep the position like reasonably closed. Let's do this. So he wins that pawn. Okay, let's go here. Definitely on the defensive right now. See if he wants to trade. I'll offer him a trade, see if he is inclined to that.
Time.
Tough position for white to play. Oh, that's a discovery, isn't it?
Check.
Let's just keep going with the king. Yeah, lost on time. All right, so it pays to be up about 10 seconds on the clock and bullet. Let's go tabulate the results of this session. So we played 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 games, and we had what? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Oh, I can't even count anymore. Hold on. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 wins. 9 wins, 3 losses. Not a bad session. I want that game against blue-green back, where I just blundered rook e6, mouse slipped rook e6. All right, well, I hope you guys enjoyed this one, and I'll be back again soon with another video. Talk to you guys later.